So I just wanted to go through really quickly and talk about other like people that they owed money to. When you file bankruptcy, this isn't everybody. You know, obviously we talked about the $1 billion in debt that they have.
Yeah.
These are other people that have filed a claim. Now, there's a lot of people who probably haven't filed a claim, and there's a lot of people who probably, may forget to or will in the future, but just haven't when I looked at this document. So they owe SmileDirectClub owes $6 million to law firms. They owe $45,000 to a PR firm called 5W Public Relations. They owe $170,000 to Billion Dollar Boy. Have you heard of Billion Dollar Boy?
No.
It's an influencer marketing agency.
Oh my God.
Salesforce, $1.8 million.
Oh.
Horizon Media. Do you know Horizon Media?
They own a lot of publishers, right?
That's right. Yeah. $1 million.
Oh.
Bizarre Voice, $18,000, which actually makes me feel so good. I was like, I wish that number was bigger.
That should be triple.
Yeah. I don't want them to get $1.
Yeah.
Google, $4.1 million. Facebook, only $1,000.
Huh.
FedEx, $30K. UPS, $4K. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting to see.
We need to figure out what is Facebook doing in their accounts receivable department.
Well, yeah, a lot of times, it could just be the Facebook wasn't working for these guys. So they were just like, we're going to stop advertising on, because, our Facebook CAC is probably $800 to get a lead at this point or something super expensive. So it could just be that they stopped advertising on Facebook.
Wow, that is crazy. What did you say the PR firm was?
It was called 5W Public Relations. They owed $45K. And I think it was across like multiple months, because I think I remember seeing 10K, 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 4 10K claims and not one 40K claim.
Wow.
But I do think that one of the harder parts about businesses like this is when the cost per acquisition is so expensive or cost per lead is so expensive, you have to spend so much money getting your funnel correct. Like it might cost these guys $1 million, $2 million just to test funnel, test ads.
100%.
Because if your cost per lead is $80 and your cost per conversion is $1,500, you have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to be like, this ad is working or this ad is not working.
Totally.
And like, that is a lot. Like, with deodorant, I was like, I can spend $50 and figure out whether an ad is working or not.
Yeah.
These guys have to spend $1,500. These guys have to spend $150,000.
Yeah.
That is bananas.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy. That is truly the biggest downside of starting a business in the high AOV category is you have to, take your AOV and multiply it by 250, and that's your test budget.
Yeah. That's that's a great point.
Yeah.
Is that also a moat?
It is, because if you have the cash, then you sort of box out other people.
Yeah.
Like, I doubt it's probably tough for somebody to just come out with telemedicine for this reason. I mean, I remember there was a pet pharma company called Dutch. And I think there looks like they're still around, Dutch.com. When I first talked to them, they'd spent a lot of money just to figure out that their conversion rate in their entire funnel was 1%.
Yeah.
And it's like, then you make an update and you have to spend a ton of money just to see if that even worked.
Yeah, yeah. That is, I couldn't do that.
It's brutal.
I don't have the, cojones to be like, look, we're going to spend $150,000 to see if this lead works.
Yeah, and then the problem is like, let's say you're starting the business. When you're starting it, if you haven't already worked in this business or you don't have a marketer who's already worked in that category, your hypothesis of your creative, takes you, let's say that costs $20K to create all the content. Then you run it, you spend $100K, you got nothing. Now you spend another $20K and then you run it again. I mean, it's just like this cycle of burning cash.
Before I started Native, I tried to start this mortgage company called Zenlen, which was like kayak for home mortgages. Okay?
Yeah.
I wanted it to make I tried to get a loan against some real estate that I owned, and it was so terrible. I was like, let me solve this problem. And so my goal was you just use Plaid to link your bank account. I can pull all the information I need for your loan, and that's it. We're done. You don't need to give me anything else. I understand your income. I understand how much cash you have, everything from your bank account. And so I built all the tech, and then I was like, okay, let me start advertising at customers. Keywords on Google for mortgages are basically one of the 3 most expensive keywords. Like mortgages, insurance, and asbestos are like the most expensive things. Wow. So then I was like, let me advertise on Facebook to see if I can get people to work. And I still remember that one of the best ads that worked it looked like there was a toilet paper roll of $100 bills. Uh-huh. And I was like, do you want to save this much money on your mortgage? Use us. And even then, like the cost per lead was so expensive. Probably within spending $10,000 in ads, I was like, I can't do this business anymore.
Yeah.
Gotten 3 leads, and how can anyone make this business work?
Yeah, a lot of those companies that I feel like play in that space, they definitely have their like lower funnel marketing dialed in, but it's all about like brand recall and sponsoring behind home plate and sponsoring a random billboard. You just see the word, and the next time you think you need something, you remember that last word you saw.
That's so true. There was this, I think it was Sean at Ridge Wallet at one point posted, he's like, how could anyone ever spend like $1 billion in marketing? And I was like, you don't even know the game. Like you and I are playing the same game, but I was part of a different game for a short period of time with P&G. And I realized that the game we're playing is we're like street fighters, and these guys are running armies.
Yeah.
We're like holding corners, and these guys
Rolling down Canal Street.